Hey guys, it's JW, and I jumped on today to tell you about something. My brother, a couple of weeks ago, or I should say a couple of months ago, I guess, he said to me, "You should really get one of those Fitbit watches." And I knew what they were, smart watches or whatever. And I said, "What do I need that for?" He said, "Well, you walk a lot. You used to be a runner. You put on a lot of miles in the course of a day. Wouldn't it be interesting or fun even to know how many miles you were doing in a day?" And I said, "Well, I kind of do know that. I have my places I walk to, and I pretty much know by the amount of time I'm out, how many miles I walk." So he goes, "Yeah, but you don't realize how many miles and how many steps you accumulate during the course of a day, even when you're not on a planned walk." So I started thinking about it, and I said, geez, I went online. It was kind of, I don't know, it was like $250, $300. So anyway, I needed a watch. I just wear those cheap Casio type watches, so, they tell time and they work for me. And I've always been an outdoors person, so I like a watch has the the light band and just something that has a stopwatch. I don't need a fancy watch. I don't go to that many places where any events or anything that it would be necessary to have a nicer watch on with a suit. And even if I do, I have one watch with a black band on it. It looks fine with a suit. So anyway, I did buy one, and you know what? My brother was right. He's a pretty smart guy. Don't tell him I said that if you ever run into him. But and I do like it because I didn't realize how many, how much activity I actually did, I guess. So I knew I walked 3 miles in the morning, 3 miles in the afternoon. So I knew I was doing 6 miles a day, just, walking, planned walks, I call them. And I do some other workouts and stuff. And, I have a treadmill downstairs, which I use when the weather's bad. And I have one of those rebounders where I can, jump up and down and get the heart pumping. And it's supposed to be really good for getting rid of the lymph fluid in your body. And so, I've been doing that for a long time as well, for a few years. And I like it. I like doing it. It makes me feel good. And you do get your heartbeat up there pretty good when you're on that. And so, that. And I used to, until I had my wound problem, I used to have an inversion chair, where it's hanging upside down. I have a pair of boots that hook onto the top of, there's a horizontal bar on top of the chair. And I used to hang for sometimes an hour if I was really tight. I have herniated discs, so it's really nice to stretch out. But since the wound came, it's in an area where when I hook the boots on, it rubs against the wound. So I had to, it's been coming up 8 months. I think it's 8 months tomorrow. Yeah, it is 8 months tomorrow that I had this surgery. So I haven't been hanging upside down for about 8 months. And I really missed that. Hi, Linda. Hi, honey. And I really missed that because, it, in addition to stretching your muscles out, it also gives you a feeling of, I don't know, like the blood rushes to your head, and it wakes me up. It gives me a feeling of energy, and someone told me that, and I think I'm getting older and I should be getting shorter, but I think I might be getting taller. And I think it was all due to the inversion. Again, I haven't been doing it for 8 months, but I remember I ran into someone recently and they said, "How tall are you, John?" And I said, "I don't know, about 5'9". And he goes, "Well, I'm 5'10", and you're about my height." He said, "You might even be 5'10 and a half." And I said, "No way. No way." I mean, I had heard of people doing inversion and, gaining a half inch or something in height, but there's no way I'm 5'10". But, the fact is, I think my posture improved, so I look taller. I don't really think I'm taller. That's one thing, you jump on the scale every morning, but I don't. Measuring your height's kind of a pain in the butt, I mean, guess you could do it, but, and I don't go to the allopathic medical doctors, so I guess they used to anyway. You get on the scale and then they measure your height. But so since I don't go to them, I'm just assuming I'm the same as I was the last time I had my height checked. But anyway, I think the fact that you hang upside down really works on your posture. And even though I haven't done it in 8 months, as I said, I think the fact that I used to do it, I got in the habit of trying to stand straight and walk with my shoulders back. Saying all these little things contribute to your health. And as you get older, I know a lot of older people I know starting to get hunched over and almost like a hunchback almost, And thankfully I haven't had that problem so far. And I think, again, I attribute that to the stretching and the posture, concentrating on my posture. And I think that's a key. Whether you're young or old, I highly recommend that you walk tall and throw those shoulders back. In addition to giving you good posture and possibly saving you from getting, crooked in later life, it also makes you look like you're confident. I think there's a confidence factor to it. And for instance, if you're walking into, if you're a business person or something, you're walking into a client's office and you're slouched over, you're not impressive looking. Whereas if you're standing tall and straight, you look the person in the eye and shake hands, it makes a big difference in your, in how you're perceived. And, your presentation could be exactly the same, but how you're perceived is by your appearance. And again, if you're slumped over and, you don't look, if you're slumped over, you're probably in a little bit of pain. You probably have some arthritis, and you're probably not as happy looking as you could be. So I always believe that just throw those shoulders back, stand straight, see what happens. I don't guarantee it. I'm not a doctor, but I think it'll work for you. But anyway, getting back to the Fitbit. So I've been using it for a while now. I think I got it back in the summer, so I've had it probably 3 months. And again, my brother was right. I do. The defaults come as 10,000 steps, 2,800 calories, and what's the other thing? Step and miles, and 5 miles. So in every instance except the calories, I burn about 3,000 calories a day, so I exceed the default. And then I double everything else, at least double. I do at least 20,000 steps, and I've been doing recently about 27 to 29. I haven't hit that magic 30 mark. I might do that this weekend. I might go out for an extra walk, see if I can hit that 30,000. And that's the other thing about this smartwatch that I kind of like is, one night I was going to go to bed, and I said, gee, I only need 100 steps to get it up to 27,000 steps. So I said, to heck with it, I'm going out. And I went out. It was about, 9:30. I was going to bed. And it was dark out, and I went out, and it forced me to go out. And it didn't force me, but, I'm kind of OCD a little bit, I guess. And anyway, so it's kind of a fun little program to have, I guess. And then Fitbit, they send me a report on my email every week, and they send you a badge. It's not a real badge, it's just the email version of a badge, and telling you exceeded, for the year you exceeded 1,000 miles or 500 miles, whatever it is. And so it makes it kind of enjoyable, and I can see where I consider myself self-motivated. I didn't need that to motivate myself to work out. I've been working out for 50 years every day, except when I broke my arm one time, and my shoulder, and I had an emergency appendectomy. But virtually every day for 50 years. So I didn't need motivation. I like working out, but I can see especially where if someone needs motivation, they maybe don't. It takes a lot of effort for them to get out and do it. They don't really feel like it. I think I can see where the Fitbit would help you to motivate yourself. So I just thought I'd jump on and let you know. I was thinking about that today. And anyway, this is the long holiday weekend here in New England. It's Columbus Day. I don't know if that's a national holiday. I don't think it is. It used to be when I was a kid. But anyway, enjoy the weekend. It's a beautiful weekend up here in New England, and I hope it's also beautiful where you are. And I'll talk to you soon. You take care. Bye.